ABC Kinderteach presents Creepy Carrots, written by Reynolds, illustrated by Peter Brown. Jasper Rabbit had a passion, or felt strongly about, for carrots. And the carrots that grew in Crack and Hopper Field were the best. Fat, crisp, and free for the taking. He sure seems to like carrots. He pulled some for a morning snack on the way to school. He yanked out a few on his way to Little League practice. He ripped them from the ground on his way home at night. Jasper couldn't get enough carrots. Boy, he really loves carrots. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, he eats them and eats them and eats them. Until they started following him. Why are they all of a sudden following him? Oh, maybe they don't like to be eaten because they're wild carrots. He first noticed something strange after the big game against the East Valley Hares. Jasper was about to help himself to a victory snack. A victory just means they won the game. When he heard it, the soft, sinister, and sinister means you feel that something bad is going to happen. Tunk, tunk, tunk of carrots creeping. There they are. He turned, but there was nothing there. Just my imagination, he thought, but he hopped a little faster. So he's saying, they were not really chasing him. That was just his imagination, but he was still worried because he was running away. He wasn't really hopping. That's not hopping, that's running. That night, as he was brushing his teeth, there they were. He sees them in the mirror. Jasper whipped around, but nothing. He laughed at himself, picked his toothbrush off the floor, and went to bed quickly. So he's saying, oh, it's just this washcloth and this rubber ducky and this shampoo bottle, but I think they were really carrots. They're wild carrots. The next morning he approached, which means he came near, Crack and Hopper Field slowly. So he's very careful about going past this field with the carrot because he thinks the carrots are after him. He reached for 2 wild carrots. Nothing happened. He bit into one. Nothing happened. Phew, creepy carrots. It was ridiculous. So he's saying, there's no such thing, but he's not so sure. But when he arrived home that evening, Mom! Mom! Jasper screamed, creepy carrots in the shed! And there they are right there. His mom opened the door slowly. There weren't any carrots, not even the regular kind. So it looks like it's the chainsaw and the paint and the snippers, but I think those look like carrots to me. There are no such things as creepy carrots, Mom said, shaking her head. Later that night, as Jasper lay in bed, he heard it breathing. Terrible, carroty breathing. And there, on his wall, there's a shadow on the wall of this carrot. Creepy carrots, he shouted. Dad! Dad! His dad thumped into his bedroom and threw on the light. And it looks like it's just this thing. They searched under the bed. No creepy carrots. They looked through the closet. No creepy carrots. They opened the dresser drawers. No creepy carrots. "Just a bad dream, son," his dad said, shaking his head. "Now go to sleep." Well, that wasn't going to happen. He was scared. By the end of the week, Jasper was seeing creepy carrots creeping everywhere. He thinks he sees them in the window, but maybe it's just the curtains. He sees them in the storm drain, but maybe it's just bottles. He sees them at the cemetery, but maybe just flowers. Are they real or are they not? Jasper knew his parents were wrong. Creepy carrots were real, and they were coming for him. But they couldn't get him if they couldn't get out. So he's going to try to trap him in the field? Not a bad idea. Jasper hatched a plan, which means he came up with a plan. First thing on Saturday, he grabbed supplies and headed to Kraken Hopper Field. It looks like he has shovels and rakes and hammers and maybe some wood. And it looks like he takes a string and he makes a string around the field where the carrots are, and then he starts cutting wood, and then he starts digging a hole, and he waters it, maybe puts cement on, and it looks like then he starts building a wall around it so they can't get out. As the sun finally set across Kraken Hopper Field, Jasper Rabbit smiled. He made a fence all the way around it, and he made a little moat so that alligators were in there. I don't know about that, but so nothing could get out. On his way home, there was no tunk, tunk, tunk. There were no carrot-shaped shadows. His plan had worked. No creepy carrots would ever get out of that carrot patch again. And as the sun finally set, the carrots of Kraken Hopper Field, what did they do? Cheered! Their creepy plan had worked. They were sure of it. Jasper Rabbit would never get into that carrot patch ever again. So they wanted the fence around them, not to keep them in, but to keep Jasper Rabbit from eating them. Very interesting.